For years, I have traveled the world slinging my creator-owned comics at the biggest and hottest cons. Now I'm busting out my personal collection of comics, toys, games, and more in order to bring the fun and excitement of con life right to your screen. There's only one place to get your comics and collectibles and chat live with the greatest showman in modern comics. So bust out your keyboard and get ready to call it in! You're watching Kickin' It with Onrie, the live shopping show. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Kickin' It with Onrie, the live shopping show. I'm your host, Onrie Company. It is great to be here with you guys on this wonderful holiday kickoff to the holiday week. And I would just like to let you guys all know right now that I wish you all a happy Thanksgiving and a happy Black Friday special deal week that we're going to be doing here on the show. I'm going to be taking 20% off of every single lower rack book that you guys see here this afternoon, all week long. And not just this afternoon, but all week long. We're going to be airing 3 times this week, today, tomorrow, on the experience at 7 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Mountain Time, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. And then we're going to be bringing back good old-fashioned bones on the eve of Thanksgiving on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Central, and 9 p.m. Eastern. So the deal with this show is the same as the deals with any show on Kickin' It. If you spend $25, you're going to get to spin the wheel, and you're going to win something no matter what. And if you spend $50 with me in any one show, and you're located within the United States, I'm going to hook you up with free shipping on your order. So without further ado, let's get going. We got some great books here to show off today. I have ROM number 50. It's a double-sized issue here. I was selling this at $5. I'm going to take 20% off. It's now $4. Is this the post-election stream, quiet on inauguration? No. I'm coming up with a new plot for this booting. I think the plot of the booting is going to be that a bunch of people show up at Spawn's house for Thanksgiving unannounced. And so you guys are going to get to choose who gets the booting because he can't serve everybody, nor does he want to serve everybody. I don't know. I'm still thinking about the plot. I did kind of want to air the election night booting. You guys can let me know. If you want to see what I did for the election night? I was personally very happy with it. The experience was reserved about me airing it because of how heated things were with the election. But now things have kind of simmered. So if you guys want to do the election night booting, I'd be open to it. And we could call it mansplains giving. What do you guys think about that? Spawn giving? I think mansplains giving is better. All right. Next up, we have Amazing Spider-Man 600 milestone issue. We had this priced at $10. We're taking 20% off. It's now $8. $8 on this one. Fantastic Four number 250. This was priced at $5. It's now 20% off. It's $4. What's up, Chris Nash? How you doing, dude? We got another Fantastic Four book here at Fantastic Four number 500. I'm also going to take 20% off. It's $4. So something that was interesting, I went and saw Gladiator 2 yesterday. And Gladiator 2 stars 2 of the members of the Fantastic Four. There was Pedro Pascal, who was great in that movie, by the way, and Joseph Quinn. Also fantastic. I mean, seriously, both these actors showed up. And here's the thing about Gladiator 2. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to read my review on Facebook. What's up, Heath? Good to see you, man. So my review of it was, it's a good movie. It's not better than the first movie. It's not the follow-up that we needed, but it was a good film. I mean, everybody showed up to work, and I think Denzel Washington did great. He steals the show, but so did Pedro Pascal, and so did Joseph Quinn. They were great. The 2 Roman emperors in that movie were phenomenal, and the story actually makes sense. It's a legitimate sequel to Gladiator. It's not better than the first one, but it's also not a bad movie. I don't think the two can be compared. It's sort of like what Godfather 3 was to Godfather 1 and 2. You know, like Godfather 3 by itself was not a bad film. Anybody who says it was a bad film is just comparing it to the greatness of the first two. By itself, it's a good film. That's kind of how I feel about Gladiator 2. It was a good film. Some great action sequences and everything. But honestly, if that movie did anything for me, it got me really excited about Fantastic Four because that Joseph Quinn guy and that Pedro Pascal guy, they can freaking act. And Pedro Pascal he was a general in that movie, and so he had like a leadership role, which is pretty much what he's going to be in the Fantastic Four. And him showing up to work, like, he was great. I mean, I'm sold on him. Joseph Quinn, I'm not sure if he can pull off the Human Torch yet, but I have a lot of faith in this guy's chops. I mean, he was really great in that movie. Really fantastic. Ow. Stop doing that! I hate when books fall off the rack. That's why we're taking 20% off. What's up, Lorena? How you doing? Gladiator 2 is a prequel to the Fantastic Four. Yeah, it was entertaining. It was all we needed. It was just entertaining. You know, we could have just as easily not have gotten that movie. You know, I will say that was a movie that got people to go back to the theaters, and that's more what we need. All right, I have Detective Comics 1000, priced at $10. I'm going to drop 20% off the price. It is now $8. And I have Morgan number 1 of 3, priced at $5, now down to $4. We're taking 20% off of all lower rack books. Moon Knight number 5. First ongoing for Moon Knight. Newsstand copy. I'm going to call this a very fine. This was priced at $8. It's now down to $6. Now down to $6. $6 on Moon Knight number 5. First ongoing. Newsstand copy. $6. Nomad number 1, $5 down to $4. $5 down to $4 on Nomad. Oh, by the way, I saw the full trailer for Captain America, The Brave New World. That second trailer that I saw was way better. It was way better than the teaser that I saw a couple weeks ago. The full trailer was really, like, I'm excited for this movie now. I think there's going to be some cool stuff that they're going to do with it. All right, next up, I got a book that I don't show on here because I think it's really inappropriate. We have Gasolina, Buen Fuego. Gasolina, there's a lot of gas in this comic. You know, farting, flatulence, all kinds of stuff happens in this book. I've never read it before, but, you know, I just automatically think about it. It's Gasolina, man. She ate too much chicharron and guacamole, man. It's not coming out her backside, Cholo. This is going to go for $4. Down from $5. This is the Star Wars Annual number 1. This is going to go from $5 down to $4. I have Venom number 1. This is the start of Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman's run. This is $10 down to $8 now. I can't believe I'm doing that with this, but I will. I kind of wanted to hold on to this and possibly build out my own run with it. Maybe I will. Sensational Wonder Woman number 1. $5 down to $4. $5 down to $4 on this for Sensational Wonder Woman number 1. I haven't read it, but looks interesting. Spider-Man number 26. Now, the thing about this book that makes it special, this is actually the death of Miss Marvel. But aside from it being the death of Miss Marvel, there is is there? Nope, this one is just a regular edition. Is it? Yeah, this is a regular edition. Okay, regular edition. Sorry, my bad. Death of Miss Marvel. This is going to go for $6 today. $6 on this. How was your weekend, guys? Who else saw Gladiator, and what are your thoughts? I have Defenders number 58, 59, and number 60. I really need to move these. I priced them out at 30 originally. They're each 10. Then I dropped it down to 25. I'm now doing it at 20. Get these 3 books at 20 bucks. Please, I want to get rid of them. I have Mephisto versus the Fantastic Four. So this is Mephisto fighting all the characters, all the big teams. Mephisto versus the X-Men, X-Factor, Avengers, and the Fantastic Four. This one I'm just doing for 15 bucks. And then I have The Crow Wild Justice number 1 through 3. This is illustrated by Charlie Adlard. I have a $15 price tag on this. I just want to move it. 15 is what I'm into it for. I just want to move it at this point. I can't sit on this anymore. I've tried pitching these books multiple times. No one's jumping on them. So I'm just trying to set them back out into the wild for the same price that I jumped in on them with. $7 for the display rack. That display rack actually cost me a lot more money than I would have liked it to have cost. Is Gladiator too violent for kids? I don't know. It depends on what your kid's violence threshold is. My kids are like totally fine with violence. I could watch it with Max. I think Alan would probably be okay with it too. Like, I'm a terrible person to ask for this because, like, I actually let my kids watch Deadpool versus Wolverine. Like, I'm not the kind of parent that's like censors my kids. They're going to see a wiener. They're going to see boobs at some point in their lives that they haven't already. So it's and besides, Deadpool versus Wolverine was lots of it was a lot of insinuation. There was no actual nudity in the movie. I don't think there was any nudity in Gladiator. No boobs, no wieners, nothing. It was wienerless and boobless. Like, totally. There was actually absolutely zero sexual energy in that entire movie. I think that was another thing that was kind of missing from the second Gladiator movie. There was no passion. And it was kind of the same problem that Top Gun Maverick had, according to my buddy's review of it. He was like, yeah, there was no energy there. Burn fights? What are burn? I never seen burn fights. Yeah, Kyle, I got this on Amazon. I just went on Amazon. I think it cost me like $50, but one of them was white, so I had to spray paint it black. That was fun. I had to do the same thing with this here. This was all custom built, and that was fun. The first time I put it up there, books were falling off the racks and everything, and I still have books falling off the racks. No nudity, heats out. All right, it's time to do some back issue diving, and I got some new books for you guys. All starting at the $2 mark. So let's do this. First book I have here is the Daredevil Deadpool Annual from 1997. This is going to go for $2. Spider-Woman number 8, $2. Captain America Sentinel of Liberty number 1, that's $2. Spider-Man Magazine number 6 is $2. Keep in mind, everything I'm about to show you guys today is all brand new stuff. This is all stuff that I picked up at Grand Rapids. Last week I showed you one part of the collection. This is the start of the new part of the collection. So, and there's also some stuff intermixed here from other comic shops I visited last week. So don't be shy. You can start building out your stacks with me too. And if you need a little bit more time, most of you are good to go with me. If any of you guys picked up stuff from me over the last 2 weeks and your bills have been paid, your stuff's all out there. And if you're still building out your box, that's cool too. Oh, I've never seen that. I never saw burn fights. Silver Surfer Rebirth Legacy number 4 is $2. Amazing High Adventure number 4 is $2. Unstoppable Doom Patrol number 2 is $2. Batgirl Year 1 number 5 is $2. That's a cool cover. Unstoppable Doom Patrol number 6 and number 7. These are just the A covers. That's going to go for $4, and then I think we had another one, right? So, and 2. So we have 2, which is a variant, 6 and 7, going for $6. That variant's pretty cool. It is done by Alan Quay. I don't know if it's Alan Quay or Qua. All right, Daredevil gets claimed by Heath. And other good news, 95% of fulfillment is complete with Warline. So the only thing I have left to do, there's like less than a few people that I have to ship out stuff for. I'm just getting t-shirts reprinted because I ran out of certain sizes. So that'll be done by the end of this week, and then we'll be done with fulfillment after that point. And then it is time for us to get ready to finish up Warline 3. So next year, what we're going to do is Warline 3 will be available pretty early next year in Noir Edition. And we got Fabrice Sapolsky doing another cover for us. I'm going to talk to Joel about seeing if we can get a Noir edition of issue 1 done, and seeing if Fabrice would be willing to do an issue 1 cover for us, so that we get Fabrice on all 3 issues of Warline, and we can do like Noir editions of every single book. That would be really awesome. Yeah, looking forward to getting a 3rd Warline book out there in the Noir edition. Of course, Dan. Quasar. Glad you got everything, Dan. All right, I have Stranger Things, number 3 of 4, cover A. This is going to go for $2. We have Catwoman, number 62, going for $2. Batman Legends of the Dark Knight 154 is $2. And Wonder Woman Night Terrors number 2, this is going to go for $2. Okay, sorry. We actually have numbers 2 and 3 of Stranger Things going for $4. Yeah, it was really nice. When I went to go see Gladiator, the theater was pretty much empty because I went at like 10 o'clock on a Sunday, so no one was there, and it was nice. Like, they just aired the movie. There wasn't like all these like BS trailers. Like, they aired the trailers leading up to the time when the movie was supposed to air because it was so late. So that's nice. And it was cheaper too. Paid like $20 for my seat. Got to sit in the middle of the theater and watch the movie. It was great. All right, let's start digging into the collection here. All new stuff. We got Hulk 2099 number 4 going for $2. Invincible Iron Man number 25. Oh, sorry, number 12 as well from that same run. And number 25. That is $4. I have more Iron Man, by the way. I have issue number 3 and number 8. This is from a run that was done in 2005, 2006 era. This is part of the Extremis run. And back then they were really trying to get Tom Cruise to play Tony Stark. This was about a year before they announced that it was actually Robert Downey Jr. was going to do it. And people were so disappointed about it at first. Like, people were like, are you kidding me? That guy? Like, why him? He doesn't have what it takes. It was really interesting. These 2 issues of Iron Man are going to go for $4. Adi Granoff covers. Adi Granoff actually did the interiors for the first 6 issues of Extremis, which is really great. I've been on a big Iron Man kick lately, so if you guys start to see a lot of Iron Man books here, you can blame Roberto Santiago for that, because he turned me into an Iron Man fan. And I am now collecting all kinds of Iron Man books. I have Superman Man of Steel number 0 going for $2. Oh, totally. I mean, there were a couple. It got a little shady over there, but it was fine. I'm not worried. I wasn't worried. Guardians of Metropolis number 1 number 2, number 3. First 3 issues of Guardians of Metropolis. This is going to go for $6. I have the Uncanny X-Men Annual number 16. That's going to go for $2. This is something I highly recommend. Brooklyn Dreams by J.M. DeMatteis. This is the story of his. This is his autobiography as a graphic novel. He actually had me read this when I started working on Marx. And the reason why he had me read this work was because he wanted to show me that when you're doing something that's biographical, and in the case of Marx was almost autobiographical in many ways, because it was me finding out about my grandfather's past as he was dying. So you're meant to see Marx through my perspective. But there were a lot of other things going on at the time of my grandfather's death, very personal things that I had to cut out of the story. What I think JM wanted me to learn by reading Brooklyn Dreams was to understand what things to cut out. And it's a really tight fit story. It's really great. I highly recommend this. Just $2. David Moore takes it. That's a no-brainer right there. That's what happens. Roberto hears it. Roberto, I finally finished Cantwell's run on Iron Man. I absolutely loved it. My final grade on it is a 9 out of 10. I really, really liked it. So now I am finishing up my Bendis run. So I'm going to start my Bendis run this week. And then after that, I'm also finishing up my Superior Iron Man run. So I'm going to read the Bendis run, which kind of picks up where Infamous Iron Man leaves off. I kind of wanted to read through all that. And then after I finish all that, I'm going to go and read Superior Iron Man, which I'm really looking forward to. Yeah, you totally turned me into a fan, dude. I am actually really grateful. But I do hold you responsible for the fact that we're going to see a lot more Iron Man books on these shows. And now I'm actually trying to put together the War Machine run, because that was like the run when I was a kid that got me to actually pick up Iron Man comics. Okay, you want Iron Man 25. You still have Invincible Iron Man number 12 for $2. Okay, next up, I have Batman Odyssey by Neil Adams, the late great Neil Adams. Issues 1, 2, and 3. If you want some Neil Adams Batman, where he both writes and draws, this is your set right here. It's $6 for Batman Odyssey 1 through 3. I have Batman Legends of the Dark Knight 179, 183. This is going to go for $4. Batman Family Athena 2 of 8 and 3 of 8. That's going to go for $4. Batman Odyssey is off to D. Hausner. D, how's it going, man? Drop a link to your Kickstarter. D is now officially funded with his Kickstarter, but if you guys could give him some additional support, that would be great, because making comics isn't easy, and just because you hit your goal on Kickstarter, all that means is that you're getting money. Doesn't mean that that's necessarily how much money you need in order to get things moving. So most of the time, creators want to set sort of like, it's a very hard thing to set a goal on Kickstarter, because your goal is just to, make sure that you're funding so that you get to keep the money that you get. But many creators want to reach far beyond their funding goals so that they can cover other expenses, as much of the expenses as possible. Making comics is not cheap. So, and take my word for it, it is not cheap. So if you guys could check out his campaign, that would be really great. D, feel free to drop the link in the comments. And I hope someone here will support you. I have Swamp Thing Convergence number 1. That's a 2-part series here. That's going to go for just $2 right now for Swamp Thing Convergence. The Closet number 1 by James Tynan. We got some horror here. Image horror. The Closet, number 1, going for $2. Frank Frazetta's Death Dealer, number 1, cover B. And we have number 1, cover A. Cover B and cover A, going for just $2 a pop. Or if you want them both, it's $4 for Death Dealer. Fantastic Four 302. That's going to go for $2. Johnny Storm, he's about to poop his pants. But technically, he can't poop his pants. I was reading Marvel 2-in-1, and he doesn't even have to brush his teeth because every time he flames on, he like burns away all the bacteria and all the other bad stuff. David Moore, what do you want on Death Dealer? You want B or A? Or you want both? Let me know. I have Iron Man 235 going for $2. Gambit 7, $2. Armor Wars number 3 going for $2. A, please. Okay. Ultimate Marvel Team Up. We got Spider-Man, Punisher, Daredevil going for $2 for Marvel Team Up. He burns away. He could burn away his poop. I would think so. I think he does. Hooray for Death Dealer. Curious to read. I've never read any Death Dealer comics. Heath, you want that other one then? Do you want the B cover? Are you cool with that? The B cover is like the more. That's actually drawn by Frazetta. Let me know if you want that one. Okay, cool. That looks like the A cover. Let me know if you want to add that, Roberto. Roberto, I'm waiting on your reward, which is the original art. So I believe Dexter sent that out a couple weeks ago, but it takes a long time to get here from the Philippines. So as soon as your reward, as soon as the original artwork arrives, I have everything else to take care of fulfillment for you. But I just want you to know so that you don't feel like I forgot about you. I know you didn't feel. I know you wouldn't feel that way anyway. But I just, I like to communicate. Communication is important. There's a lot of good books in this collection. We'll start off with, okay, Chris Nash, Stranger Things. Roberto, I think the best thing about becoming an Iron Man fan is that I now have someone I can talk to about the Iron Man comics I read. I can now have conversations, so I'm looking forward to reading more Iron Man. All right, next up I have Thunderstrike number 1. Now, I've made this a FOMO book before, and I've sold it at $5. Right now, I'm just doing it at $2 because I want to move this stuff as quickly as possible. Not this week, but next week, there is a convention in Columbus, Ohio. So I want to go out there, and I want to do the same thing I've done here, where we picked up a collection and bring it back here. So I want to move through as much of the stuff that I picked up in Grand Rapids and Twin Cities as possible over the next week or so that we could go out there and kind of like fill up a couple more boxes out there. So that'll be fun. Thunderstrike! Yeah, dude, same here. I was actually I referenced that conversation when Jen King and I did our show last Thursday. And yeah, man, it's pretty crazy how similar the two of them are. But I really hope that this Doctor Doom is in the same dimension as the Fantastic Four, because then they don't have to explain anything. They don't have to explain why Robert Downey Jr., why Tony Stark looks exactly like Victor Von Doom. This is Victor Von Doom in this world. It's fine. It works. And I really like Superior Iron Man a lot, especially in the Marvel 2-in-1. which is written, of course, by Chip Zdarsky, which I think is just sort of like the cherry on top. The artwork by Jim Chung on there is really good. So I that was something I started picking up when I was shopping for you guys. I saw the first 5 issues and I'm like, damn, just put those aside. And I'm like, I've always wanted to read those. I put them off to the side. And oddly enough, the cover for Marvel 2-in-1 #1, here, I'll just show it to you guys real quick. It is strikingly similar to the cover that we did for Warline #1. Like, I'll show you guys right now and you'll see it. But it's a great damn cover. It's just such a striking cover that, like, you know, I can promise you guys I didn't rip it off, that we didn't use it as reference. We were trying to be as original as possible, but like I don't think that it's very easy to be original when you got so much content coming out on a regular basis. Hang on. I think this should be it. There we go. And I'll just share the screen so you guys can see it. Hey. Present. Like, it's such a striking cover. I absolutely loved it. And but it wasn't even an homage, because like I didn't think about that when, you know, we did this cover. Like when we did the Warline cover, that book was the furthest thing from my mind. But I kept coming across the cover, and I mean, man, that is a striking freaking cover. I mean, that makes you want to pick it up and read it. And the artwork inside was great, and I really like the story. I mean, it focuses a lot on Ben Grimm, and you know, the Fantastic Four have died. I think this was all post Civil War II. So, you know, it's just only 2 Fantastic Four members that are alive are the Thing and Human Torch, but they've kind of gone their separate ways. And the Thing is now working for S.H.I.E.L.D., or was, and he was trying to chase down Dr. Doom, who is now reformed. And, you know, S.H.I.E.L.D. obviously wants him arrested and held accountable for all of his actions. So he plays a really big role in this. And, you know, Bendis wrote all of Infamous Iron Man, but then Zdarsky picks up from here, and it's really great. And the artwork is really sensational, interior and exterior, on all these books. Like, the colors pop, everything. This is just such great comics work. I've been really enjoying it. So thanks to all of my dollar bin diving, that was another run that I've put together, and it ties very heavily to Iron Man, which is great too. So, and then that got me on Superior Iron Man, because I found a few loose issues of that, and I was able to put that entire run together like for not much, and that was great. So, another guilty pleasure that I've had has been reading All-Star Batman and Robin, the Frank Miller, Jim Lee. The writing in that book is, well, it's interesting. It's something. It's like watching a train wreck. You know, it's like, you know, when people are driving on the highway and there's like this big bottleneck of traffic because there's an accident on the other side of the highway, or, you know, on the shoulder or whatever, and you know, you can't help but look, and everybody's just looking, and now there's all this traffic as a result of that, like a car is swinging. That is All-Star Batman and Robin in a nutshell. And I'm not saying it's good or bad. The writing is not what I would consider to be like necessarily good writing, because it's not really telling a story, but it's a good book to read because it's a lesson in narrative and what lacking narrative can do to a story. I mean, literally, we're 4 issues in now, and the only thing Batman has said to Robin throughout all 4 issues is, "Shut up, punk, you're a retarded, dense kid." That's pretty much exactly what he has said to this poor kid for the last 4 issues. He hasn't even become Robin yet. He just like basically tells him to shut up. He's an idiot. And now Superman's on the trail, and I'm interested to see it. Like, I have to read this now. It's not that it's good. Jim Lee's artwork's good, but like everything else about it, it's like, oh my God, like, what the heck is this? Like, what did Jim Lee do with that script? I have to wonder, because there are some moments in that book that are striking. Like in the 3rd issue, Black Canary, there's like a double spread of Black Canary like jumping over a you know, in a bar. She's jumping over the, you know, the, not the stools, the benches, not the benches, the counters, a bar counter. She jumps over it and just like kicks a guy. But like the detail in it is just like insane. It's like so striking, and it's so like dynamic. It's really great. All right. Next up, we got, speaking of dynamic, another artist that I really like, the late, great Richard Corbin. We got Banner, number 4 of 4. This is a 4-issue series by Brian Azzarello and Brian Corbin. Really, really good. It's going for $2. Highly recommend it. Here's another series that I might keep for myself if no one wants it. I have Ultimate X-Men number 3 and number 4 here. I was actually trying to put together a run of the first 6. I can always do it later. It's not a big deal. I'd much rather move these now, but those first 6 issues, it is great. It is my favorite X-Men run that I probably have ever read, and I'll tell you why. All right, it's written by Mark Miller, but if you've never read an X-Men book before, this is the place to start, and it's a great place to start. And it was actually where I got my first start. Ultimate X-Men 1 through 6. That was like my introduction to X-Men for me. I never got into the Claremont and Byrne stuff. Like for me, that was all just very convoluted, and there were too many mutants and everything. I really like when the X-Men is like brought down to a core team where they don't just keep adding mutants. And the first like 12 issues of Ultimate X-Men are just spectacular. This is gonna go for $4. Banners off the Heath. Gotcha. You won't be disappointed with Banner. Might have more of it. Might be able to fill out your run there. I have Valhalla Mad, issue 2. This is going to go for $2. Got some more 2099 stuff here. I got Spidey 2099, number 14. That's going to go for $2. Deadpool and the Howling Commandos, number 2 is $2. Captain America 345 is $2. This is a pretty cool cover. Spider-Man and the League of Realms number 2 is $2. X-Men 2099 number 1, $2. Foil cover. First appearance of the team, $2. Wolverine number 6 and number 7. I'm actually a fan of this run here. This is by Greg Rucka and Derek Robertson. They did some really good stuff here. This is going to go for $4. I need to put that run back together too. Daredevil number 98, part of Brubaker's run. I got to put together Brubaker's run of Daredevil. I'd never actually read the whole thing. I remember starting it. Him and Michael Lark were working on it together. It's really, from what I remember, it was really great. And then I think I kind of just dipped out of ongoing comics for a little bit. I think one of the things I really regret was Roberto and I were actually having this conversation last Monday. We had a pretty deep conversation last Monday. There's this movie called Midnight in Paris that he referenced when Owen Wilson, it's Owen Wilson, right? Owen Wilson's character meets Ernest Hemingway, and he goes, "Hey, will you read my book?" And Hemingway says, "I hate it." He goes, "But you haven't read it." And he goes, "Well, here's the thing. If I read it and I don't like it, then I'm going to hate it. But if I read it and I like it, then I'm going to hate it as well because, writers are competitive, and that's how we are." That's very much how I was when I first started working in comics, and I reached a point, like I think around like 2006, that I stopped reading ongoing comics because I felt like it was having too much of an influence over me and how I was writing and how I was going about things. And I think part of that Hemingway mentality was affecting my ability to create. And maybe it still is. I don't know. I think when you just see how much stuff is being put out there, it's really hard to kind of like pull yourself back and really focus on doing something different. So I just stopped reading comics altogether. And I might come across that again at some point. I doubt it with all the selling that I do. But I may not be as voracious with my reading. I don't know. Maybe I will continue. Maybe I found a balance. I hope for that because I want to be able to continue enjoying comics. But I took a step back, and I really regret it with that Daredevil run because that Brubaker run was really freaking good. Fortunately, a lot of those issues are easy to come by, and I think I might even have a bunch of them. I just haven't had it. There's just so much other stuff that's taking my attention right now that I haven't really focused on. But the plan is to go back and reread all that stuff. And right now, I'm reading anywhere from about 7 to 8 comics a day. That's how much I'm reading, and I can't get enough. I'm reading so much stuff. What's up, Philip Ragusa? Happy upcoming Thanksgiving to you too, sir. I have Rom Space Knight number 53. That's going to go for $2. And I think I got this right? This is thank you in sign language. Thank you, right? Thanos Infinity Abyss number 1 of 6 by Jim Starlin and Al Milgram. That's going to go for $2. What's up, Joe? Joe Hardy in the house. Peter Parker Spider-Man number 35. If you're going to buy any comic today for sentimental value, buy this book. This is all about that is Mother. So what was thank you again? I thought thank you's this. Thank you's this. That's not it. Peter Parker Spider-Man number 35 is actually where we see the first Black Spider-Man ever. And it's written by Paul Jenkins. And it's really, really great. If you're going to buy any comic from me, buy this book. It's got great sentimental value. There's more Peter Parker Spider-Man, earlier issues 31 and 32. This is a 2-parter, and it's going to go for just $4. Spider-Man fights this villain here who supposedly breaks his neck, and he's got to deal with the fact that he's paralyzed now by this villain. It's an interesting read. 31 and 32 are going to go for just $4. Okay, Joe gets $31 and $32 as well. Let's put that in. Doing okay? Mm-hmm. Were you cold?
Yes, I forgot.
Hey, you could probably skip tomorrow. Just keep faking it. Fake it till you make it. Yeah.
Oh.
Kid's home sick today. Mighty Thor number 436. That's going to go for $2. Warlock and the Infinity Watch number 1 is $2. Ghost Rider number 16 is $2. Iron Man 242 is $2. Where's my Iron Man? 235 and 242. Mighty Thor 435. I actually have 2 copies of that. I don't know how that happened. 435. $2 on that. Fantastic Four 341 and 347. That's going to go for $4. Where did I have the other Fantastic Four? There we go. Get all those Fantastic Fours at $6. You send me videos? All right. You sending me videos of things you're looking for? United States of Captain America number 5 is going to go for $2. Doctor Strange number 24, volume 4 is $2. Mighty Thor 437. Thor fighting Quasar. $2. No one wants this book. I'm certain no one wants that book. No one wants 435 through 437 for $6, let alone just that one issue with Quasar on it. Guarantee no one wants it. As much as people hate the Flash on here, people hate Quasar even more. Oh, you sent me another video. Okay. I got Gambit number 6 going for $2. Okay. All the ROMs got cleaned. Okay. ROM 53. Did you want ROM 50 as well for $4, Lewis? Taking $1 off. Garcia, I'm doing great. How are you? Ghost Rider number 25, going for $2. Awesome. Finally moved the lower rack book. Don't forget, guys, all these books on the lower rack are going for 20% off. 16 and 25, Ghost Rider. I keep thinking of the Henry Rollins song. Was it Henry Rollins? Who did? No. Henry Rollins didn't do a song about Ghost Rider. Forgot who did. Okay. Yeah, Rollins did that song. That song is stuck in my freaking head, Heath. Ghost Rider, motorcycle hero. God, I hate that song so much, but I kept hearing it when I was a kid because I would always listen to the Crow soundtrack while I'd be riding my bike to school and be like, Crow, but like, anyway, I was like listening to that song all the time. I'll be like, oh, it's that song again. I'm like, why is there a song about Ghost Rider on the soundtrack of The Crow? Baby, baby, baby. Yes, it is an amazing song to be stuck in your head. Especially when you got done crying after listening to The Cure. The Marvel Saga number 13 is $2. Okay, finery. The Thing number 18 and number 32, that's going to go for $4. Doom Patrol 18 is $2. Sabretooth number 4 is going to go for $2. A Cure for the Cure. Marvel Comics Presents 126, $2. The Conan the Barbarian Annual number 8. This is a reader-friendly copy. Otherwise, this would be like a $5 to $10 book, but we're going to just do it for $2 right now for the Conan the Barbarian Annual. Diesel number 1. Diesel! $2. Sounds like a marijuana string. All right. It's not a comedy. I have Glory Celestine 1. Pat Lee on the cover, not Rob Liefeld. She doesn't have a booty, though. Her booty's kind of flat, but her boobs are totally in perspective. This is going to go for $2. I'm being sexist. That's why. The only way to stop my sexism is if someone buys Catwoman 62. All right. I have Barbed Wire number 1, I guess. This is just a Comics Greatest World Steel Harbor Barbed Wire number 1, $2. Glory off the Heath. Careful where you read this book, buddy. All right, $2. Make sure you're not listening to Ghost Rider by Henry Rollins when you're reading that book. All right. I got Jack Kirby's Secret City Saga number 1. Going for $2. Hey, Max, you'll like this. Check out what this book's called. Max Immortal. And it's got a gold foil embossed cover going for $2. Oh, you love all the parking. You're a fan of flat asses. Well, apparently Roberto's dogs are a fan of me doing my meowing thing. Turns out I have another copy of The Closet #1 for anybody who wants it. Now I'm in the closet. Now I'm in the closet too. All right, I got Lucifer #26, Volume 1, going for $2. Now I'm trapped in the closet. Now I'm in the closet too. Yeah, Joe, you could build a box. Absolutely. So I pull out my gun. We're in the closet. We're just not gonna go away. You guys remember that South Park episode? Yeah, dude, you can build a box with me, no problem. Joe Hardy, you're always in good standing with me. All right. Do I see any takers on any of these beautiful comics here? If not, you all suck. I'm just kidding. More Ghost Rider singing. If anybody buys these Ghost Rider books from me, issue 16 through 25, maybe I'll sing that song for you. Let's see some highlighted books here that I think you guys should be paying attention to. I'll pull those down. Definitely think those are there. Spider-Man. Okay, I'm pulling these books down because I think you guys should be paying attention to them. I'm going to show them off again because in case you guys missed it. All right, Fantastic Four 302, 341, and 347. Why should you guys be paying attention to these books? Because we're about to get a really great Fantastic Four movie. It's true, it's coming. We're going to get an actually good Fantastic Four movie, which means the price of these books are going to skyrocket within the next year. This is the time to jump on Fantastic Four. Laugh now, you will cry later, I promise. If you jump on these books, you can get all 3 of these issues for just $6 right now. $2 a pop. And you'll look back on it a year from now and you'll know that I was right. Mrs. Deadpool and the Howling Commandos #2. It's got Deadpool. You guys all like Deadpool. Freaking buy this. $2. Captain America 345. Look at that cover. $2. U.S. Agent and Captain America. $2 on this. D knows what's up. He's jumping on it. And D, just so you know, I have 2 landmark issues of the Fantastic Four. In case you missed it as well. I'm very eager to move. I have issue 250, which I priced at $5. I'm taking 20% off. And Fantastic Four 500. Both of these books were at $5. I'm knocking them down to $4, so you can get them both at $8. Let me know if you want to add them. Thanos, the Infinity Abyss #1, written by the creator of Thanos. Seriously? No one wants this? $2? Okie dokie. What's up, Tori? How you doing? Boo, you scared me. Conan the Barbarian Annual #8. I mean, this is a pretty beat up copy, but you know, why not for $2? You really can't go wrong with this. Heath, I pulled this because of you. Goes right up motorcycle hero. All right, you get both these books here for just $4. It is the Mondays Before Black because I'm not airing shows on Friday. I'm taking my kids to the city on Friday. I'm restocking on Black Friday. So there will be no shows. This is the time to get your Black Friday deals. I will invoice at the end of the week. So you guys, you guys have plenty of time and you can build out a box. You can do whatever you got to do. No worries at all. I will work with you. All right. While we were on the topic of Ghost Rider and all that stuff, I still have and the Crow. Sorry, the Crow. I still have this Crow run. I'm really desperate to freaking sell this. This is Wild Justice 1 through 3. I'm into this for $15. Okay, it's illustrated by Charlie Adlard, who illustrated a large amount of Walking Dead books. Okay, I'm trying to just get rid of this at the price that I purchased it at. $15, and you get all 3 parts of the Crow Wild Justice. Please, somebody, take these books off my hands. Crow, off to Joe Hardy. Thank you, Joe. God bless you. I've held on to those books for frickin' ever. For the last 3 months, I've had to desperately get rid of it. And Ghost Rider. Looks like my singing sold the books. You like my singing. And don't forget, on Wednesday, we're doing a booting, a Thanksgiving Day booting. Spawn is possibly going to have people over. Or we might do the Election Day booting. You know, we'll see. Superman Man of Steel number 0. Nobody wants this? Seriously? For $2? I've sold this book at like $5, just letting you guys know. Buying to mute the songs. Good. Thank you, Joe. I singing is really bad for my voice. Still got another hour of chatting with you guys. X-Men 2099 number 1, first appearance for $2. Again, I've sold this book at like $5 on a regular basis, but grab it right now. It's $2. Spider-Man 2099 number 14, $2. And Hulk 2099 number 4, $2. Shocked no one wanted either of those. What's LMBO? 2099. Do you want both of them, or do you want all 3 of them? The 3 we got: X-Men 2099 number 1, Spider-Man 2099 and Hulk 2099 number 4. Let me know. Okay, you just want the X-Men. No problem. If you want the other ones, just let me know. Or if anybody else wants the other ones, let me know. Okay. I'm glad the X-Men moved. All right, let's make some room here, see if we can actually do FOMO books now. The slots that I have. I think we can. Pretty sure we can do this. Now we're cooking. All right, it is FOMO time. You guys ready? Oh, laughing your booty off. Okay, got it. All right, now it is FOMO time. It's FOMO time! What's that even mean anyway? Oh, is that what it means? I'm such a weirdo for missing out on these great tales. Okay, we got some really kick-ass FOMO for today. All priced at $5 a pop. We're going to kick it off with Superman number 295. You've beaten whole army, Superman, but I'm the one foe you can't defeat. Time. $5 on this for Superman 295. Invincible Iron Man number 169. I can't handle it anymore. You be Iron Man. This is going to go for $5 for Iron Man 169. Oh, you did? There's I have to stop what I'm doing right now to look at the Quiet on Set news that Tori shared. Yeah, Stan Schneider's going to court for his defamation of all these people. Thank you for sharing, Tori. Incredible Hulk 277. We got a Sal Buscema cover here that's going to go for $5. Black Lightning number 11. This is Grease Lightning's cousin. Black Lightning number 11 is going to go for $5. What if the Submariner had saved Atlantis from its destiny? Number 41. $5 on this. Spider-Woman number 9, $5 on this. Daredevil 195, $5 on this. And Detective Comics 539 is $5. Yeah, Ricky from Better Off Dead. He's finally getting what he deserves, I think. He's done rubbing his testicles all over everyone. Tentacles, NT. All right. I'm going to take down all these books here. We'll recycle them. You guys did pretty good on this. Still some work to do, but, it's all good. You guys want me to show these books again, or should I just put them away and start fresh? Let me know. You guys want to see these books again, or should I keep going? I can go through them pretty quickly, so even if, it's not a consensus, I just need one person to say, hey, show those books again, Onrie, and I'll do it real quick. Okay. We want fresh. Okay, Leonard wants to see it again? Okay. I'll be very fast, Joe. Don't worry. The Max Immortal number 2 is $2. Ultimate Marvel Team Up number 7 is $2. Armor Wars number 3 is $2. Iron Man 235 and 242 is $4. Uncanny X-Men Annual number 16 is $2. Invincible Iron Man number 12 is $2. Invincible Iron Man number 3 and number 8, that was $4. Catwoman number 62 is $2. Marvel Saga number 13 is $2. Silver Surfer Rebirth Legacy number 4 is $2. Batman Legends of the Dark Knight 179 and 183, that's $4. Batman Family Athena number 2 of 8 and 3 of 8, that was $4. The Closet number 1 is $2. Doom Patrol 18 Volume 2 is $2. Guardians of Metropolis number 1, number 2, and number 3 is $6. Amazing High Adventure 4 is $2. Spider-Woman number 8 is $2. Batman Legends of the Dark Knight 154 is $2. Batgirl Year 1 number 5 is $2. That's a really cool, looks like a Frank Miller cover. It says MM on it, but I don't think that's Frank Miller. Captain America Sentinel of Liberty number 1 is $2. Night Terror's Wonder Woman 2 of 2 is $2. Unstoppable Doom Patrol number 2 of 6, 6 of 7, and 7 of 7. Those are $6 altogether. Spider-Man Magazine number 6 is $2. Lucifer 26 is $2. Comics Greatest World Steel Harbor Barbed Wire 1 is $2. Marvel Comics Presents 126 is $2. Sabretooth number 4 is $2. Warlock and the Infinity Watch number 1 is $2. I'm surprised no one jumped on this. Guardians of Metropolis, got it. The United States of Captain America number 5 is $2. Daredevil 98 is $2. Wolverine number 6 and number 7, that's $4. Spider-Man in the League of Realms number 2 is $2. Mighty Thor number 435, I have 2 copies of that. 436 and 437. If you want 435 through 437, it's 6. If you want the duplicate, it's 8. Jack Kirby's Secret City Saga number 0 is going for $2. Diesel number 1 is $2. Ultimate X-Men number 3 and number 4 is going to go for $4. If no one wants this, I'm just going to keep it because I'm trying to build out my run of that. So we'll keep that for now. I have Gambit number 6 and number 7. That's going to go for $4. And Valhalla Mad number 2 going for $2. Okay, let me get the Guardians of Metropolis out for Joe Hardy. Awesome. Awesome. And don't forget these other issues that I had here that I showed off earlier. We got Spider-Man 2099 number 14, Hulk 2099 number 4, Superman Man of Steel number 0 at 2, Conan the Barbarian Annual number 8 is 2, Thanos the Infinity Abyss number 1 of 6 is 2, Mrs. Deadpool number 2, and the Howling Commandos number 2 is 2, and Captain America 345 is 2. D, did you want just 435 through 437, or did you want the duplicate that came with it? Let me know. So there were 2 copies of 435. Let me know if you wanted both of them. And if not, I got you on these. Punisher Kill Crew number 2 is $2. 1 copy, got it. Wow, we moved some bottom row books. I gotta add some things here real quick. Hey Max, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
On my desk, you'll see 2 issues that look like this, that are of that same series, the 1 million. Can you bring them down for me, please? They're just on my desk.
All right.
Thanks, man. They'll take you a minute. And while Max is getting us that one thing we need,
How does it look like again?
just take it. There's one that's Batman and one that's Aquaman. It's right on my desk.
Okay.
Thanks.
Oh, speaking of, can I have lunch like after this?
Yeah, of course.
Can I
Yeah,
just warm up for that moment?
yeah, of course. Yeah, go ahead. No, you can't eat lunch. Don't freaking eat any food. You're grounded. No. What do you think this is? A place where you eat food? It isn't. There are only comics sold here, and that's it. We don't do any of that food eating stuff. Sorry, I was just disciplining my kid. No lunch for you. Absolutely not. I'm not just rage selling. I was like rage fathering. I like rage fathering. Okay, I have Swamp Thing number 8. This is a Yannick Paquette sketch variant cover. This is going to go for $10. Avenger, actually, I'm going to take 20% off. It's $8. Avengers 363 is 5. It's now down to 4. And New Mutants 100 is 5 down to 4. First appearance of X-Force, by the way. Morons! Idiots! Can I just feed you? Oh, Roberto. Oh, that's great. Hungry again? Didn't I just feed you yesterday? Oh, man. All right. I have some 1 millions here. This is to replace that crow that got sold. So all the 3 millions are going to go for $3 a pop. I have Aquaman 1 million going for 3. Batman 1 million is going to go for 3. Supergirl 1 million is 3. Flash 1 million is 3. No one wants this book, by the way, but it's here. It's $3. And the Power of Shazam 1 million is 3. No one wants that one either. Wow, I brought this out too. Oh, I shouldn't have. You guys don't deserve that comic. All right. XO Mana War number 0. Got an acetate cover going for $2. Punisher Kill Crew number 2 is $2. G.I. Joe number 2 and number 3. That's going to go for $4. X-Files number 13 and 14 is going to go for $4. Magneto. This is part of Cullen Bunn's run. I've been interested in reading this. How many issues are there of this for Magneto? Magneto, Cullen Bunn run. It really tackles his experiences being in the concentration camps. It was 21 issues. Yeah, that's a little long for me, but I might actually, this might be something I start diving into. We got issue 3, 4, 5, and 6. I won't be upset if this doesn't sell. I might actually just hold this for myself like I did with the Ultimate X-Men's, because I might, when I come across these books at such a cheap price, I might as well start building out my run. It's no emergency for me to build it, so when I come across the books, that'll be cool, but I'm interested in this for sure. Lucifer number 13 is $2. Metal Man number 4. This is a variant going for $2. Immortal Hulk 16. We got a variant here, and number 19. It's going to go for $4 for the Immortal Hulks. Tori, didn't you read all of Immortal Hulk, and you were kind of like disappointed with the end of the run of that? I'm all caught up on Hulk, by the way, on the current Hulk run. It's been pretty decent. It's been all right. Speed Force Convergence number 2 of 2. This is going to go for $2. No one wants it because it has the Flash in it. Facts are facts. Calling a spade. I got Convergence Wonder Woman number 1. That's going to go for $2. Incredible Hulk 413 is 2. X-Men and the Avengers versus the Avengers number 204. This is going to go for $2. Such a great read. Love this entire run. Such good stuff. If I had all of the other issues, believe me, I'd be trying to sling them right now for much more. I'd be selling them at $5 a pop. X-Men number 10. This is part of Hickman's run. This is going to go for $2. Star Wars Bounty Hunters number 12 and number 13. That's going to go for $4. So many great comics. So little time. It's almost a flash-free zone. No, it would be a flash-free zone if people actually bought Flash comics, okay? No one buys Flash comics, thus this is not a flash-free zone. This is a cluttered Flash zone, okay? Cluttered Flash zone, CFZ. Wonder if there's something we can come up with there. It's a Flash. What's a word that starts with U regarding sales? Let's look it up. If anybody, it's not a free flash sale. No, that's not that. Let's see. All right. C word for selling. Hold on, I'm coming up with the acronym right now. You guys are gonna like it. C word. Give me just a second here. C word. Hang on. Okay, check it out. Flash upselling clear key. And the acronym for that is FUCK. See, it's right there. That stands for Flash Upselling Clear Key. Here you go. It makes perfect sense. It's right there. Boobs plus flash equals ratings. Guardians of the Galaxy number 22. This is going to go for $2. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen number 5. Here's what equals, higher sales here is Alan Moore, especially when we see Alan Moore, drawing Alan Quartermain and what's her face? Agatha, no, not Agatha Harkness. What's her name? The girl from Dracula who just wants to bang. This is gonna go for $2. Yeah, it's totally canceled. I'm canceled. We'll come up with a better acronym. Wonder Woman Convergence is off to Lorena. Wonder Woman Convergence. I tried, Roberto. That was the point, is I tried. I'm trying everything possible in order to sell more Flash books. Planet of the Apes, number 2 from 1990. That's going to go for $2. This one's interesting. Pork Night, The Little Piggy, number 1. That's going to go for $2. The Mask Strikes Back, number 3 is $2. Bullet Points, number 1 is $2. We got Red Hulk, number 36, going for $2. Kingpin, number 4 is $2. Marvel Knights, number 2 is $2. Avengers No More Bullying, number 1 is $2. You guys ever see that episode of South Park where they made fun of bullying? What's it called again? Oh man, it was really funny. South Park bullying, anti-bullying. What was the name of it? It's called Bully Buckers, Bucky Bailey. I forgot the name of it's a bullying one. Bully Buckers, full name. Oh, I'm just gonna type that. What is that? Bucky Bailey's Bully Buckers. That's what I thought of when I look at this cover here of Avengers. This book is approved by Bucky Bailey's Bully Buckers. TM. Trademark. They're trademarked. War Machine number 23 is $2. Part of the dark green run, we got War Machine number 2 going for $2. Wiccan and Hulkling, King and Black tie-in. This is a variant that's going to go for $2. We got the Hawkman Special number 1 going for $2. That's a really cool cover. The Shadow War of Hawkman number 4 is $2. Batwoman number 25 is $2. Wonder Man number 2 is $2. Silver Sable and the Wild Pack number 2 is $2. Princess Leia number 3 is $2. Spider-Woman Origin number 2 and number 5 is $4. The whole point of this was to kind of like add depth to the Spider-Woman's origin when they brought her on to the new Avengers. So Bendis made this series with the Luna Brothers. And it was a 5-parter. It was really good. I remember reading it back in the day. I was huge on when Bendis came on to Avengers. He made a really interesting roster. I mean, he was the one who brought Spider-Man on to the Avengers, and I don't know. I think it was good for what it was. These characters kind of need to evolve at some point anyway. X-Men Curse of the Mutants, number 3. This is where the X-Men fight vampires. Star Wars Poe Dameron, number 1 is $2. Thanos Rising, number 4 is $2. I have the Thor Giant Size Finale. This is a one-shot going for $2. It's about Bill William the Warrior. This is going to go for $2. I have Secret Empire, number 4, number 5, and number 10. To get your run started here, it's just $6 for all of Secret Empire. The artwork on the covers is really insane. I think it's Mark Brooks did all these covers. I love Mark Brooks. His artwork's phenomenal. One book I had a lot of fun reading yesterday was Shaolin Cowboy, Cruel to Be Kin. And I've had this book in my collection for a long time, the hardcover. I made a post about it yesterday. This is my guilty pleasure. I absolutely love all of these books. And the reason why I love them is because there are sequences in this book where you can just there's no context at all. Like this spread right here, there's not a single word balloon, nothing, but it will take you about 10 minutes if you're really paying attention to just stop and absorb everything that is happening on the page in sequence. And it is just so perfectly choreographed. Like it's like true martial arts and comics, the right way to do it. It is so freaking good. I highly recommend you guys pick this up. I have all the single issues of Cruel to Be Kin. I might showcase those tomorrow. We'll see. But I mean, this is just, and there is no plot to any of these books. Like it's all nonsensical. It's all kind of like stuff that you're going to look back on in 10 to 20 years and be like, this was what was going on in the times. And, you know, he was commenting a lot on our obsession with pornography and definitely attacks on the right side of politics. But I mean, if you kind of look past that and just, you know, focus on the artwork, because, you know, for those of you guys who, if I haven't made it clear enough yet, here I'm going to say it again, I'm very apolitical. I try and keep politics off of here as much as possible, but there's a lot of political undertones in this book. But if you're just looking at the artwork and not paying attention to that, you know, you can really appreciate it. And for me, I think that I'm all for freedom of speech, especially when it comes to literature, like, you know, and this is just a beautiful work of art. It's just excellent. You know, I don't care what your political allegiances are. This guy is just so expressive through his artwork, not necessarily through his politics or whatever. I mean, it's there, it's an undertone, but like you can choose to ignore it or pay attention to it, whatever the case is. But the artwork itself, phenomenal. I absolutely love it. It's such good work. All of his books have just been so insane. Like this is the 4th hardcover that Dark Horse put out, and they're all great. For me, Shaolin Cowboy, that's like my guilty pleasure. It never gets old for me. I absolutely love it. All of it. Injected into my veins. That's how much I love it. All right, let's see here. Okay, now we got another pretty much full double rack here, but there are some books here that we might be able to sling or put inside. Wow, that didn't sound inappropriate at all. All right, I have the Clandestine number 1, which is a foil cover. Number 2, number 3, and number 4. This is going to go for $8 for the Clandestine. And I'm going to take our FOMO books down, actually. I'll take our FOMO books down. No claims on FOMO books yet. Can we change this? I'm counting on you guys. Can we move some of these FOMO books? What if I were to take 20% off our FOMO books? How about then? Can we do it? I have Superman 295 going from 5 down to 4. What if the Submariner had saved Atlantis from its destiny? Number 41 of What If going from 5 down to 4. Detective Comics 539, 5 down to 4. Can we move it? Can we get rid of these FOMO books? Invincible Iron Man 169, 5 down to 4. Daredevil 195, 5 down to 4. Incredible Hulk 277, 5 down to 4. Spider-Woman number 9, 5 down to 4. Black Lightning number 11, 5 down to 4. All right. I have more Princess Leia here. I found another issue of it. I have number 5 here. That's going to go for $2. So we got the Poe and the Leia. If you want to add the other Leia, it'd be an extra $2. It'd be 6 for everything. Let me know, Lorena. Okay. Still got our FOMO books. I have Daredevil number 5. This is from Mark Waid's run. That's going to go for $2. Necrosha, the Gathering number 1. This is like an X-Men tie-in thing with vampires. That's going to go for $2. Doctor Strange number 1. Monsters Unleashed. That's going to go for $2. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man number 10. This is going to go for $2. It's a cool green Goblin cover. Got the Iron Spider on the cover too. $2 on that. Daredevil number 503. $2 on this. Found another issue of Kingpin. We got Kingpin number 3. That's going to go for $2. What's the other Kingpin? We got 3 and 4 here. Is this it? 3 and 4. How many issues was Kingpin? Oh, wow. It's a 7-issue run there. That's interesting. I haven't read this Kingpin run, but, I got 2 of the 7 issues there. And I'm a big fan of, villain runs on books. Strange Monsters Unlimited with Lorena. Heroes Reborn, the Mark Bagley variant. Number 1, we got Blade on the cover. He's wearing a t-shirt with a cross on it. $2. Kickin Juggernaut Juggers Nuts, number 3. Juggernaut 3, volume 3, going for $2. Amazing Fantasy number 5 of 5. That's going to go for $2 by Care Andrews. Marvel Comics Presents 172 is $2. You have another Marvel Comics Presents up here? Nope. All right. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man number 24. This is going to go for $2. No, this should be part of the same run. Black Widow number 10. We got a variant cover here going for $2. RoboCop Prime Suspect number 3 of 4 and number 4 of 4 from Dark Horse. That's going to go for $4. And finally, your favorite book and mine, Mad Dog number 1. He doesn't look very mad on the cover, but he's a mad dog. This is going to go for $2. I'm going to showcase the other books that I had here. I have Tony Stark Iron Man number 1 and number 2. Oh boy, I'm going to hold on to these probably as well. If I got them for $1, I should, right? Why not? Getting high on my own supply. Tony Stark, Iron Man, Dan Slott run. How many issues? Oh, $19. I might be able to put that together. Roberto, can I get a review on these? Tony Stark Iron Man, the Dan Slott run. I just really like this cover here. This cover is really badass. No one wants it, so I'm just putting it off the side for me. Daredevil 275 is $2. I have some more Fantastic Four here. I have issue 301. 311 with Black Panther, and 342. That's going to go for $6. Captain America, What's the Price of Glory? Number 1 of 4. That's $2. And Captain America White, number 2. This is going to go for $2. Any takers on any of the books on here or on the double rack? Let me know. The artwork inside is not what I was expecting it to be based on the cover. Lozano just does these really epic covers, but the art style interior kind of feels more like Ed McGuinness's artwork. Still pretty epic, though. You can see a spread here. I actually like this rendition of Iron Man. 19 issues. I might be able to put together that run. It would take me a little bit of time, but I would do it. Especially when I got the first 2 issues of that. I'll do it. I'll do it, man. Don't make me do it, man. Any questions on anything we have on the board right now? On the $2 rack. We've got about 23 minutes left on the clock. Any questions at all on anything I've showcased? Guys have any questions at all, let me know. We got a full room right now, a hot room full of folks looking at comics. So if you have any questions, study this board. If there's anything that pops and you're interested in hearing about it, just say, hey, Onrie, show me that Kingpin run right there, which I might actually take down too. I'm doing holiday shopping for me as well. I might as well. Why not? Why don't we start with this? I'm going to take down some books from here that I think, you guys should pay attention to. Oh, those Magneto bucks too. All right. Anything else here? Okay. These are the books that I think you guys should be paying attention to. I have Avengers No More Bullying #1. This is brought to you by Bully Bakers, Bailey Buckers. This is going to go for $2. I mean, it's a Spider-Man story with Uncle Ben references, so I think that's worth checking out. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen #5. This is going to go for $2. We got Alan Moore goodness here going for $2. Heroes Reborn, the Mark Bagley variant with Blade on the cover. My favorite moment in Deadpool and Wolverine was when, Deadpool looks over at Blade and he goes, "Ha, funny seeing you here. I thought you were retired." And Blade looks at him and goes, "Retarded." I thought that was my favorite part. This is going to go for $2. He did not like Deadpool at all. He was not a fan of him. RoboCop, Prime Suspect, #3 of 4 and #4 of 4. This is going to go for $4. I have the X-Files #13 and #14. Someone was asking me about X-Files books last week, and then they, of course, aren't here anymore to claim them. So we got them both for $4. Planet of the Apes 2 from 1990. It was printed in Canada. This is going to go for $2. And the X-Men and the Avengers #2 is going to go for $2. This is a $5 book all day. Such a good run. That micro one was fantastic. Fan-freaking-tastic. Guys, have any questions? Let me know. I'm right here. In a minute here, we're going to go over the lower rack one more time for you guys. All right. No takers on any of this. So here's what we're going to do right now, because we've got about 15 minutes left on the clock here. I'm going to take all these books off the rack here. We're going to go over them one more time. And again, remember, all of these books are 20% off. But maybe what we'll do is I'll take an additional $1 off in order to see if we can entice the sale of these books, because I really want to move through this stuff. This is important for me, so we can clear out old stuff and get new stuff in there. But first and foremost, let's show off those FOMO books again. We didn't have a single FOMO book sold today. Let's see if we can change that. This is the last chance. We have Black Lightning number 11 going for 4. Spider-Woman number 9 is 4. Incredible Hulk 277 is 4. Daredevil 195 is 4. Iron Man 169 is 4. Detective Comics 539 is 4. What If number 41 is 4. And Superman 295 is 4. Keep in mind, all these books, when I first showed them, were all 5. So you're saving $1 off of each one. These are all the FOMO books that we had for today. We got about 15 minutes left on the clock here. And after that, we are closing out today's show. But I will be back on the air tomorrow on The Experience at 7 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Mountain Time, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. We'll be doing a minor restock, and we're just going to go hit up North Shore Comics and pick up a few comics from there, just to make sure that we have, something. So I have Defenders number 58, 59, and number 60. I had these priced at 30 altogether. I'm now dropping the price down to 20 so I can move them. I brought it down to 25 as the set. Now I'm doing it at 20 so we can move it. Black Lightning off to Lewis. Excellent, Lewis. We at least moved one FOMO book. Thank God. Thank the Lord. Excuse me. All right. We have these 3 million issues here. I have Aquaman 3 million going for 3. Batman 1 million is $3. Supergirl 1 million is $3. Flash 1 million is $3. And the Power of Shazam 1 million is $3. I have Mephisto versus the Fantastic Four number 1. Mephisto versus the X Factor number 2. Mephisto versus the X-Men number 3. And Mephisto versus the Avengers number 4. I really, really spent a long time putting this together. You guys have no idea how long it took me. I had issues 2 and 3 sitting in my short box since the end of 2023, so about a year. So it took me a year to put this entire run together, and I'm doing it all for just $15 right now. I really don't want to spend the next year selling these books off. So $15 gets you the entire run of Mephisto versus all the major Marvel teams. Now let's go over everything that we have on the bottom row one more time for you guys. We have Avengers 363. 5 down to 4, down to 3. $3 now on this foil embossed cover. Amazing Spider-Man number 600. We had it at 10, down to 8, down to 7. Let's call it 5. 5 for Amazing Spider-Man 600. New Mutants 100. Milestone issue. 5 down to 4, down to 3. Swamp Thing. We got this sketch variant cover here, which cost me $10. I'm into it for $10, but we got to move it, so we'll bring it down to $7. Detective Comics 1,000, 10 down to 7. Brought it down to 8, dropping it down another dollar. Let's see if we can move it. Wolverine number 300, 5 down to 4 down to 3. Morrigan number 1 of 3, 5 down to 4 down to 3. See if we can move it. Moon Knight number 5, newsstand copy. This is 8 down to 6 down to 5. Let's do it at 5. Nomad number 1, 5 down to 4 down to 3 for Nomad number 1. Gasolina number 1, Buen Vaida. This is 5 down to 4 down to 3. Star Wars Annual number 1, 5 down to 4 down to 3. Venom number 1, 10 down to 8 down to 7. Sensational Wonder Woman number 1, 5 down to 4 down to 3. Amazing Spider-Man number 26. This is 6 down to 5. Heath is grabbing Moon Knight. Heath, I'm starting RoboCop this week. Robotacop. I'm looking forward to playing RoboCop this week. Oops. I started getting Max to play Batman Arkham Knight, and he was kind of digging it. You guys have any questions about anything I just showed off? Let me know. You want to throw me offers? Throw me offers. Let me know. Could I potentially do lump sum totals on some of this stuff? Certainly. Okay. 2 of those. And Black Widow. She's getting a good home. Chops the in. Mephisto needs a good home too, guys. Not just Black Widow. Gosh. What did Mephisto ever do to you guys? You know, the funny thing is if Doom had like an arch nemesis, I really think it's Mephisto. Mephisto has done such bad things to Doom. He messes with Doom more than anybody else. And I think he gets off on it. He really likes messing with Doom. No one messes with Doom as much as Mephisto does. So I've got some FOMO books left at $4 a pop. $4 FOMO, $1 less than $5 FOMO. Got about 7 minutes left on the clock here. Okay. Amazing Spider-Man number 26. Going for $5. So let's just add up the total here. So we did this one at 5. I knocked down to 5. 5 plus 3 plus 7 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 7 plus 7 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3. $55 on all the lower rack books. You give me 50 and you get free shipping on your order too. Once again, that includes Avengers 363, Amazing Spider-Man 600, milestone issue, New Mutants 100, Swamp Thing number 8, Detective Comics 1000, Wolverine 300, Morrigan number 1, Nomad number 1, Gasolina Viendo, Star Wars Annual number 1, Venom number 1, Sensational Wonder Woman number 1, and Amazing Spider-Man number 26, The Death of Miss Marvel. You get it all at $50 right now. Take it all. You can let him in. You can let him in. Hello? Yeah, you can let him in. Yes, you can let him in. You can let them in. Oh, man. Sorry, guys. Give me just 1 second. I'm sorry about that. You can let him through. Thank you. Hey, Max, can you go upstairs and open the door, the front door?
Okay, so just unlock it?
Just unlock it. Open the door slightly. You don't have to, you can kind of open it up all the way.
Okay.
All right. So we got 3 minutes left on the clock. Doesn't look like we got any takers here. Doesn't look like we got takers on any of the other stuff. I think we're going to do wheel spins in just a second here. Matter of fact, that's exactly what we're going to do. And guys, thank you very much for being here today. I appreciate it. It is that time. We're going to spin the wheel of Skid Bark right now.
It's time to spin the wheel of Skid Bark.
Okay, so let's see who wheel spins to. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. He, 8, 12, 18. So D, Joe Hardy. D and Joe Hardy get spins on the wheel. Let's do it. We're going to do D first. D gets a free Marvel book. He gets Marvel Knights number 2. And then we got Joe Hardy. Joe Hardy gets a free DC book. We are going to hook Joe Hardy up with, let's see, what am I going to hook Joe Hardy up with? Joe gets Lucifer number 26. Lucifer 26 off to Joe Hardy. And guys, thank you very much for being here today. I really appreciate it. You guys are fantastic. I'll be back on the air tomorrow evening on the experience. We're going to do a minor restock today. We had a great show. Thank you very much for coming here and showing up and shopping. We'll continue the madness tomorrow, hooking you guys up with great deals as always. And you can catch me tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Mountain Time, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. If you guys have any questions after hours, you caught this show at a later hour and you're like, hey, I wonder if Onrie still got this. Message me. And if I still got it, I will take care of you. I will set it aside for you. I have no problems doing that ever. I always want you guys to be happy. And as long as you pay your bills, I will ship out your books right away. And we will hook you up. So thank you so much. I will see you guys tomorrow evening. And I am greatly looking forward to that. All right. See you guys.